Donald Trump may be campaigning behind bars after becoming the first former president to get indicted. Mr. Cheeto Man is facing about 30 criminal counts of document fraud. I got to ask y'all about this. What are your thoughts? And how do y'all plan on celebrating this historic moment, Al? Is this a moment for celebration or not?
For me, this would not be a moment of celebration. Things like this for Donald Trump doesn't do anything, in my opinion, but rile up his base. You know, his guerrilla politics is what his base likes, and this is exactly that. Now, I will get happy if the state of Georgia in Fulton County is able to pull off that election fraud, because that, according to the 14th Amendment, will disqualify him if proven that it was an insurrection of any sorts. That would disqualify him as being able to run for president again. The only other thing that would disqualify him for running for president was if he gets convicted for the January 6th insurrection. So even though this New York City indictment feels good, he can still run for president. We want things to happen to him when he can absolutely not run for president. So I'm hoping that Georgia, the state of Georgia, and D.C. does the right thing.
Those are by far, you're right, the more serious cases. This is actually a misdemeanor unless they can prove a second crime that he was covering up a felony. Q, what do you think about this? I mean, it is cute for like a Friday night news piece, though.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to echo Al's sentiments, you know, it's performative at best. You know what I'm saying? I mean, real talk, they're doing everything they can to try to get him on something that's going to stick. But at best, y'all, we may catch a glimpse of him walking into a police station, and 17 minutes later, he's going to be walking back out. It's going to get so much news coverage that it is going to rile up and infuriate his crazy base even more. And I honestly think the blowback that those of us that don't support Trump are going to get from this is not going to be worth the little 3 seconds of him going to jail that we see. I actually think it's going to have a negative impact on all of us that are not Trump supporters by way of invigorating his base.
I will say this. There was a good interview with Mike Pence on one of the outlets. It had to be Fox News because they only really go on Fox News. And they said, you know, he was saying how ridiculous it is. And then the interviewer was like, well, this is the same kind of thing, same sort of thing that Michael Cohen got a prison sentence for. And are we truly, the laws really, is no man above the law? I mean, you know, no one should be above the law. Do we make special, you know, allowances for the president? And yes, we do. It seems like no one on the Republican side wants to hold this man's feet to the fire. But there have been people who have gone to prison for similar things like this. So it's like, well, Republican Party, are you the party of law and order or only for us and not for y'all? But I do have, like, to echo Al, the Georgia case is that's a slam dunk case because it's an audio of it. So we definitely, he's got 2 more cases at least.
Right.
All right, John.